plant the seeds of how all this technology for health works. Hopefully some of you are catching on. It looks like on Facebook, a lot of people are catching on. And I'm not the only one who knows this stuff. I learned by being curious. So what I've heard over the whole time is I'll believe it when I see it. I've learned to understand or overstand what that really means. That means until you drag somebody in kicking and screaming, they won't even bother looking for it. So this video here is to show you one place I'm very familiar with. The people are great, the technology's good. They've spent every dime they have, as many people have, to bring this information out. It's time to stop trusting the experts like this.
You can roll your sleeves up, I'll come up if you want. Good afternoon. I'm here today with my COVID team, as well as leaders from some of America's top pharmacies, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aids, Albertsons. And we're here with a simple message: get vaccinated. Update your COVID vaccine. It's incredibly effective, but the truth is, not enough people are getting it. We've got to change that so we can all have a safe and healthy holiday season.
Look at these experts. The Biden administration put a guy in charge of health, this guy, and it's a guy who thinks he's a woman in charge of your health, in charge of everybody's health. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're a man dressed like a woman who thinks he's a woman, you have some serious issues. And we're going to do what he wants us to do? Not to mention the lunatics like Bill Gates, Anthony Fauci, who's not a doctor. Come on, people. I honestly don't know what's more insane, that our government can put a guy who thinks he's a woman in charge of our health, or the guy who thinks he's a woman and thinks he can be in charge of our health, or the people that do what the guy who thinks he's a woman tell him to do. I don't know which is more insane. So Big Pharma called people who practice natural health quacks. Look at the hospitals. How much money do you think it takes to run that hospital? Just think of just the salaries that they can pay those guys to golf on Friday, right? I'm not saying that those people are bad. I'm saying that those people are brainwashed and thinking that's the only way to help people. Show me a doctor, or ask your doctor. Say, show me a list of all the people you cured. Not the ones who come back every month, and not the ones who buy thousands of dollars of prescriptions every month. Ask them, show me somebody who you cured. Show me a list of the people that you cured, meaning they don't come back to you anymore, right? Your car, think about your car. You're gonna take your car to the same car dealership that fucks up the repair all the time and you take it back every month? Well, your health is more important than your car, I would think, right? Come on, people. So these natural healing facilities are everywhere. They're popping up everywhere. But mainstream media isn't going to show you this, because mainstream media is controlled by our government, who are controlled by Big Pharma, the ones who push that. So, you know, you can continue paying for bad health and side effects, or maybe you can try something natural that works. Everything is frequency. Everything is frequency. Tesla told us, if you want to know the secrets of the universe, think in terms of frequency and vibration. Look at Royal Raymond Rife. So natural health is bad for you. God put you on this planet with everything you needed. All those drugs are made from things God put on the planet. They just couldn't patent them. They couldn't make money, so they could golf every Friday. Again, some of the doctors are good, but when it comes down to money, you can change people's minds. The doctors and the healthcare professionals are in for a rude awakening. Once they can get out of that Rockefeller training mindset and look into things for themselves, like the pills that they feed you, they change your frequency. That's how they work. Everything is frequency. Think about it. You get a prescription. What does it do? It may help with whatever you come in with, but look at the commercials. They tell you right at the bottom, thousands of side effects. So now you go back in, you get another pill, combating what the first pill is doing to you. Then you come back and you get another pill that combats what the first two pills are doing to you. All the while changing your frequency. That's how the medication works. Everything is frequency. We were created through frequency. The word. What is a word? If we were created with a frequency, what can be destroyed with the frequency? They use frequency against us all the time. We're really in a frequency war. Look at all the cell towers they're popping up there. Everywhere you look, there's a cell tower. All control. All to change the frequency of your body.
exhaustion, a loss of interest in things you once enjoyed, excessive eating, just don't want to get out of bed in the morning. In certain situations, these can all be symptoms of depression. But I've said them in a way that applies to everyone, because everyone's who I want to buy Hordeolus, a prescription medication that will maybe do something to a few of you. Depression is a serious medical condition that can be diagnosed by only your doctor. You and she will discuss your options, and if medication seems like the right choice, you'll try a variety of these flavorless candies. Over a long period of time, together, you'll find the specific dose of the specific chemical that helps you. And we'll put those chemicals in a candy that doesn't taste like anything, so you might as well swallow it whole. But even with the latest medical technology and the best circumstances, we don't know what chemical pellet is right. We're basically throwing what we think are darts in a pitch black room at a target that only maybe exists. But I'm hoping that if I show you a bottle of these brain chemicals near pleasant things, you'll learn to associate my chemicals with pleasant feelings, which will eventually result in a placebo effect that makes you believe that you need my product. I mean, helpful pellets of chemicals to feel joy. Hordeolus. Flowers. Cute little doggies. Sunshine over flowers. Hordeolus. Smiling yourself to sleep. Just flowers again. Hordeolus. Now, no one knows exactly how depression works, so I drew up some fun little neuron cuties which will allow me to speak way too simply about it. Toby, roll the cuties! Here's a reductive representation of the inside of a brain, and here's depression setting in. This guy's sadness cloud is dark and scribbled, so it looks bad. Bad like how you feel. But because no one really knows how depression works, nobody really knows how antidepressants work either. Although, if we were to venture a visually interesting guess, we'd say that our pellets of chemicals push the sadness cloud away, making room for happiness balls. We made those yellow. Human beings react to bad weather by instinctively conserving energy and avoiding social situations, but I'm going to imply that this is a symptom of a medical condition, even though it's not necessarily. And compare that to this. Seems a lot better, doesn't it? Maybe if you take Hordeolus, the weather will change. But you know, it won't. Again, only a doctor can diagnose you with depression. And if my drug that I patented is what you need, they'll probably help you find it eventually. But if the only people who bought my patented brain chemical pellets were ones who needed it, I wouldn't be as rich. Luckily, we live in a society where expressing emotions is seen as a weakness. So some people think that occasionally being on the unpleasant side of their emotional spectrum means there's something wrong with them, even though there isn't. If that sounds like you, please badger your doctor into ordering you to buy a monthly dose of the brain chemical pellets, which I have patented. If you're worried about side effects, don't worry. They can just include an inability to have sex or eat or sleep. These chemicals can even give you depression, which is figuratively the definition of irony. And we have no way to anticipate what the side effects will be because, again, we have no idea how these things work. I want you to buy my patented drug and go through all these terrible things I just mentioned, even though you might not even need to.
Talk to your doctor before trying any new medication, and please don't mention this ad because marketing prescription drugs for emotional disorders directly to patients like this shouldn't be legal, and we don't want to call any undue attention to what is clearly a failure of pharmaceutical regulations.
And yet a rousing success of pharmaceutical lobbying. Try Hordeolus. It will definitely do something to you. Oh, by the way, I'm Roger.
So this is just one place in Florida. I've been to several in Florida. And the point of this video is to show you and maybe pique your curiosity where it isn't, I'll believe it when I see it. It'll be, I'm going to go look for that and I'm going to try it out and see if it works. What do you got to lose? You keep going to the doctor, you're losing a lot of money. They're gaining a lot of money. Up to you. It's your choice. It's always your choice. You can learn, or you can fall in line and see where that takes you. I think we've seen where that goes at this point.